Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Cancer. Cancer, the first card out we have is the Hangman, but in reverse. So, yeah. Looks like you see things very clearly from what I can see here. You know who your enemies are. You know who's opposing you here. That's what I'm getting. And you're open to making changes in your life here. You're open to changing directions. That's what I'm hearing. Even though you have people around you who want to hold you down, Cancer. You have people that want to hold you down, a group of people who, quote, are supposed to be your friends, okay? Oh, let's see what came out. Yeah, it looks like you have some very confusing friends that's coming around your energy, Cancer. Okay? Very confusing friends. This also wanted to come out. So let's go ahead and dig deeper and see what else is going on here. Spirit, tell me some more. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands over there. What is he doing? Knight of Wands got a problem with you, possibly because you broke up with them. We have the Lovers card. Um, if that's not the case, then the Knight of Wands over here has a problem with you because you've changed your mind about something. You did something different. You went in a totally different direction than what that person was expecting you to do. Okay, like you were supposed to go somewhere else and you didn't. Well, actually, with the Fool in reverse, you decided to play it safe rather than be risky, and that person wasn't expecting you to do that because the Knight of Wands in reverse, well, that's somebody who can be extremely reckless, okay? And they don't want you to play it safe. They want you to be just as reckless as they are. They want you to be just as wild and reckless and careless as they are. And you didn't do that, Cancer. You ended up taking a more I don't want to say safe, but I want to say sensible direction. You went in a sensible direction. Okay? I do feel like that person has become very impatient with you. Very impatient. Just a little. Just a little, Cancer, that's all. But and this is supposed to be your friend. That's what it's coming out as. Okay. Tell me more. Seven of Swords is coming out in reverse to verify the Three of Cups here. So it appears that the leader of this group, okay, your clique, you want to say, I'll call it a clique, right? There seems to be some kind of misunderstanding between you and the leader, the one who is the person who is leading this charge against you, okay? The person who is getting these other karmics to come up against you, right? They're not really coming up against you. It seems more like they're more wanting to get into your face. Okay, it's like they have something to say here, but nobody's saying it. You know what I'm saying? So they're playing this passive aggressive kind of thing that they got going on here. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Like not really telling you anything, but the moment's coming, and I do feel like it's gonna come from you, Cancer. You're the person who's gonna bring down this tower on this click on this click, right? On this group of friends, you're the person that's going to do it. Because what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles, you have things to do. You have better things to do than to be playing these games with these people. Okay? With the Page of Pentacles coming out, it makes me feel like you might be on the verge of starting something new, something different, going into a new direction in your life. So you don't have time to be playing low vibrational games. You have other things that you would like to spend your time on. Working hard is one of them. Stacking paper is another one. Okay? Um, hmm. You might have started a new job recently or something, or you're about to, okay? You're definitely doing something different than what you've normally done. That might be part of this change and the decisions that you have made. Um, Something different financially. Maybe might be something that you're having to focus on because it is different, okay? But you know exactly where you're going. You know exactly where you want to go to succeed. Even though these people are coming up against you, you know exactly what you want. So friends or no friends, you're still going to go in that direction and you're going to succeed. Okay? It looks I mean, right here we have the Ace of Cups. You're going to succeed. Is everybody going to be happy for you? No. The leader is definitely not going to be happy for you, okay? As a matter of fact, I see this person as trying to bully you. Eight of Cups in reverse. And it's like they keep going in circles and doing it over and over again. The thing about bullies, and it's really crazy, is that people who, like, okay, people who are, I don't want to say different, but yeah, could be different. But people who are like star quality, people who stand out from the crowd, people who are high vibrational, especially when you're in a crowd of low vibrational people, you tend to stand out and stick out more and more. And people who need to bully other people tend to never go anywhere in life. They never become anything. When you think about it, Cancer, look, Shakira got picked on. Now look at Shakira. Jessie J got picked on. Now look at her. Cyndi Lauper got picked on, and now look at Cyndi Lauper. You know, and then all the people who picked on her, what happened to them? Nobody knows and nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody knows and nobody cares. I mean, who cares what happened to their bullies? Nobody cares. Nobody wants to know. I don't want to know. Their name is just written in some kind of census, and that's about it. you know so the point of what I'm trying to say is you have haters because you have something different and special about you. Your life is meant to go in a different direction, okay? And I want you to know, from what I can see here, the direction that you're on, Cancer, is the right direction. You're on the right path, okay? As long as you stay on course, you're definitely in the right path. You're heading straight for this cup, this new beginning here. Okay? That's the road that you're on, that's where it's leading you to. Okay? Yes. Yes, sir. That's what I got. Knight of Cups is coming out in reverse. Yeah, people around you are going to be so emotional, so upset. It's like the world is ending. Eight of Swords. It's like they're going to be standing behind you, but not really talking to you. More like they're going to just be in their head about what you got going on. And not just that, but trying to hide their emotions, trying to hide their sorrow. They're because it's because they're uncomfortable in their own skin. That sorrow. They don't want to be them. They want to be you kind of energy. So they feel sorry for themselves. You know, that's what it is. They feel sorry for themselves. And they're going to feel sorry for themselves, and they're going to continue to feel sorry for themselves. Mm. One of the things they might have picked on you about is saying that you're too old for something. I want you to know that's BS. You're never too old for anything. Okay? You're never too old for anything. Look at me. I still like to skateboard. Yeah. I still skate. I roller skate. I like to get on my skateboard. I like to ride my bike. I like to jump off of cliffs. Not cliffs, but I like to ride my bicycle and then jump down on my bike. I also like to go on the sides of in the ditches in the cities. Well, over here I don't have the city, but you know how in the city ditches they have those big, huge curve, like it's like a bowl. You know, I love riding my bike on that. Um, and I've had people try to tell me, "Oh, you're too old. You know, you're a grandma. What is wrong with you?" You know, I'm not a grandma, but I wish I was a grandma. But yeah, they try to tell me I'm too old too. So whatever. And the thing is that when that started, when people started telling me I was too old, I was 39. What were they talking about? I was only 39. And that's when people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, right?" Or they started calling me names, like something was wrong with me. Nothing was wrong with me. I was enjoying my day, riding my bicycle, being a normal person, you know what I mean? Or skateboarding and riding my I love to use it for transportation. So if I'm gonna go get groceries, I'd like when I lived in the city, I'd just jump on my skateboard, run to HEB, go get my tortillas and come home. You know what I mean? Just grab what I needed and come home. Um, anyways, whatever it is that you're doing, I do see people trying to pull you down, trying to get into your head, telling you that you're too old for something. You're never too old, okay? You're never too old. That's BS. That's stuff that people put into our heads or people have circulated, you know what I mean? As a way to hold us down. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you're female, I think females get it more than men. Okay, I think as a female, we tend to get more opinions thrown at us. Like seriously, like that lady that was there was a lady that pulled up next to me when I was skateboarding. I think I was like 42 at the time, and she was calling me an old witch, as though as like as though I was riding on a broom. She was calling me a bruja. So I was like, I just flipped her off. But the thing, and this is the thing, she was older than me. What is she talking about? So, you're never too old, okay? I'm sharing with you my experiences so you can know you're never too old, okay? That this whole idea of you're too old is BS. You're never too old, okay? So, okay, so I do see here that there's a celebration going on here. Some kind of celebration. Somebody wants to catch you off guard. Okay, you got somebody around you that wants to come in and basically embarrass you in front of everybody. Okay, because that's what I'm getting. It's something that you don't see coming. It's more to embarrass you. So whatever it is you're doing, just keep doing it. You're gonna succeed, especially if it's something that you love doing, something that you really enjoy. Don't give it up. Okay, they want to embarrass you. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. One of them, they have nothing going for them. Okay, they have nothing going on in their life. They're sitting down, not doing nothing, have no ambition, don't want anything better in their life. So what do you care what they say? You know what I mean, Cancer? What do you care what they say? Of course you don't, you know. But for whatever reason, they think that you should care, okay? You don't. As a matter of fact, you see things very clearly here, okay? Because the hangman's coming out in reverse. So you're very clear about where you stand. You know exactly where you stand. You know exactly what you plan to do. I mean, you're on top of it. You know what you're doing. You don't need nobody to tell you anything, okay? I actually have a friend who joined the army later on in life, and when he came back, he was like, "You have no idea how hard it is to compete with 18-year-olds," and I just laughed. But he's doing great now. He's a last time I heard, I believe he's a level 4 specialist Right after he joined, he became a sergeant. And then last time I heard, he's a level 4 specialist. So he is doing good. He has his career, okay? And he's apparently making really good money. So, but if he listened to all the people who were like, "Oh, you're too old," it's too late for you, because people did tell him that. And I was like, no, I mean, unless you're dead, I don't see how anybody could say you're too old to do anything. I mean, I don't, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, where did people get this idea from? It doesn't make sense. Thank God Naomi Campbell doesn't listen to these people. You know what I'm saying? And there's another one. Let me think. I can't remember her name right now. But thank God we have people like that that don't listen to these naysayers. And now look how beautiful they are. You know what I mean? And look where they are in life. Anyways, Cancer, this is your reading. You got jealous people around you because you're different. You're special. You're nothing like them. You got things to do, people to see, and places to go. All right, Cancer, catch me in the next one. I really hope this helps you in some way, shape, or form. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.